Hello. Good morning. Oh, I see I missed the light. Hold on one sec and we'll let the computer catch up. I will move that light. There's not so much shadow. Let's see. That looks a little better. I think I got it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. How are you? It's Saturday. I feel a little like I'm lost. Like it's yesterday I was feeling like it was the weekend. Today I'm feeling like it's Friday. I don't know where I am. Hope your weekend's going good. Just getting the computer caught up. Come on, computer. Nothing yet. If you're out there, say hi. Okay, there we go. I don't know why. Everything always is a little bit crooked. Is that any better? No, that's worse. Let's go this way. Alright, it's just going to be what it is, which is a little crooked. Because of where my camera sits. Anyway, let's push that up a little bit. So, I have some tags here in front of you. This is from the core catalog. Thank you to my friend for letting me borrow her set and stamp some stuff. This is Z4641 all-purpose tags. And you guys, these are great. I mean, obviously Valentine's, love, anniversary, wedding, right there. Tags for Christmas where you could put from Santa or the person's name. These little ones kind of tie on to the top. This obviously goes on here to give a little splash of color. All of these can go anywhere. You could put a name on that and punch this out in Christmas paper and put their name and boom, you got a tag. Okay? So don't just think of them that they have to be just that one and just like that. You could put this one in the middle, which is kind of what I did today. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get to it. What did I use? I used white tags. Oh, here's the actual set. If you want to see it. There you go. And thank you to my lovely friend and customer who let me borrow this. Okay? And there is a coordinating stamp set that goes with this in the core catalog. This stamp is on page 50, and so is this thin cut grouping is on page 50, and the coordinating stamp set is right beside it. Okay? So, what are we using today? We're going to use this one, Candy Apple ink, and my heart, and this heart, which you probably can't see. This heart one, and that'll make sense when you see it. So this is white. I'm going to be putting it on like a Christmas tree or a package. So I pulled out this stencil and a piece of my masking tape, which is Z4606. Love this stuff. There's two different sizes. This is 1 inch wide, and we also have a 4 inch wide. Okay. Let's see. I'm also using these, which are the red dots, 4626. And what I did is there's 3 different colors on here, so I just wrote that what they were: scarlet, candy apple, and papaya. Scarlet, candy apple, papaya. So candy apple with candy apple. Okay, and I need a little sponge for that, and I think we're ready to go. All right. So I am going to pull this over here, and I kind of like where that goes. Kind of like that. Hopefully you can see that. This is just to help me hold on, so I could start in one spot and hold on to it. But I love this little masking tape because it's just thin enough. It comes back off really nicely. Okay, inked up my sponge. Remember, like I always tell you, I'm going to start in the middle because I know I'm going to cover that up. And I just do lightly till I get some of the color on. And then you can go back and add some more. If I was smart, I would add another piece of tape up there, which I think I will do because it's already moving around on me. So we'll just take a piece of this and we will put it up there. Okay. And again, I'm going to start light and then you can add your, oops, see? I don't have that down enough, but it's okay. You can line it back up. Just shows you what you need to do is, let's move this so where we're getting more of the paper. And I guess we should hold the paper a little better. Let's see what we get. Okay. So we are just going to smooth it around. Get it, you know, whatever depth of color you want. I'm going to hold on to this. Your fingers might get a little bit red, but you know, you can wash them off. It's not the end of the world if you get a little red ink on you. Oh. I didn't have this much problem with the first one, of course, but I was off camera. Okay, I'm going to just darken this up a little bit more. I'm just kind of doing circles. It's just kind of lightly because this is a dark color. It doesn't take a lot to add it. Back down here. And this is shifting all over, which, you know, it's bound to happen. So I'm going to hold it right there and get my fingers inky. Like I said, didn't do this. I just had one piece of paper last time. Let me grab my thing so I can wash my fingers off quickly. Okay. So then you notice I put red on this one. And you could just put it on there, wherever you want. Just wash this off like you normally would. Just a little water. I'm going to take my chamois and I'm just going to take both of them and put the one down there, the one there, and then I can just kind of sandwich it in between and clean it off and then let it dry. Okay, just like that, or a towel, whatever you use to clean with. Also, I didn't mention, get this out of the way. So isn't that pretty? Oh, I forgot one thing. Where is it? Here it is. I also inked up that little bit. And basically I just, I'll get my ink back. I just put it on my craft mat and I just started sponging until I got it the color I liked. Like so. I just wanted a little darker than the red that I used on here. So let me just pick that up. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. Alright. Now let's clean off our mat a little bit. I'm going to use that again in a second. And where's my paper towels? Over here, of course. Not where I need them to be. Alright. So that's stencil number 1 in this 3-pack. Let me show you that. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I put it on, I put a piece of white cardstock in there, so hopefully you can, let me take it out, see what this one has. A bunch of words. Sunshine, joy, better, inspire, they didn't finish spire. Life is almost there, together, live, laughter, good, kind. What is this? Kind. Be happy, life, love, blissful. So you could take any of these, you know, put like a circle over the top of it, cut out circle, and then just sponge in the middle. Anyway, lots to do. So this pack is a 3-pack, card front pack 1. Z6093. Like I said, I just put a piece of paper in there to kind of divide them, and it lets me know what it is, okay? There's that. All right, so we've got this little pretty, and I just glued this on, right there. And then I took the little heart, there's my heart, and I stamped it. And I used one of these little candy apple stars, since this was already a heart. I figured I don't need another heart. So I put a star, and this is to hang on the tree if you want, or a package. But I tied a knot back there so that way it would have a circle. But this is just hanging, and if you go on a tree, you're going to do that with it. So I figured what I'd do is just glue this part down where I want it. Get it straight. And then the rest can just hang. Okay? So there's number one pretty. I'll set that over here. And now I want to show you the other third stencil, which is, let me see, here we go, which is all of these circles. And hopefully you can see that. Just moving my light around. Oop, got my light in the way. Okay. Well, I can take a still shot of those if you can't see it, because it looks like it's really hard to see because this is shiny. And that's not any better. Okay. Believe me, it's just, here, maybe that'll work. It's just a bunch of little circles, okay? And they're all different sizes. So now we are going to take this little tag and Seabrook ink with mist. Okay, let's get this stencil out of the way. All right, so on this one, again, it's not so much holding this down. I mean, it is holding this down, but you've got to hold your tag down too. Okay, so this one I just went around with this until I got something I liked. Something like that, I think, is what I did on the last one. And I got a different piece of tape, and I'm going to put it right down here so it really holds that, okay? And I'm going to start with the light Seabrook on first, on the top area, okay? Again, I'm going to make sure I hold this. Looks like I'm a little bit off camera. Let's move that up a little bit. And ink it up. And then I'm going to lightly put that color down. You got to get a lot of ink. There we go. And again, I can hold the outside. You can see that color, hopefully, starting to come there. Just going to get a little more ink. I think you can see that ink starting to show up. You'll see it when I lift it up. I'm sorry if it light colors. I need to remember to use darker colors. Okay, so you can see it a little better, like the red. Now I'm going to hold on to this, remove my stencil, hopefully find some good holding points for that. This is a darker color, so you don't need as dark you don't need as much ink on it because it's much darker. And you'll see when I lift it up that I am mixing the color on this big one. Okay, so there we go with the dark ink. All right, so we're done with those two inks. And now I'm going to bring in a little sponge dauber and white pigment ink. Okay, oops, sorry, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. Alright, so now I'm going to take this off for a second. I'm going to wash this off quickly and dry it. Isn't that pretty? Here, let me show you this. Look at how pretty that is. I love that. Couldn't you just see that in like a rainbow color and put happy birthday on it? You could do it this way. You could do just one color, two colors. You could start out with light colored cardstock and add, you know, the same tone. So you get just a kind of a shadowy kind of look, or a two-tone look of the same color. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find some little dots and whatever we like. It's really just finding the pattern that you like. So as you lay it down, obviously these are going to be white, so I don't want to cover up all of the other ones. So I'm kind of going to where there's just a bunch of little ones. Okay. And be mindful of this top corner because you don't want that to look like that. Okay, I think I like that. Now I'm going to put some there, and I'm going to get a little bit more because it just seems to be having an issue with me today. So let's just put this down, shall we? All right, put my sponge douber on, get some of my pigment ink, which is going to stay wet, so you got to be careful when you move around and do the rest of it. And really, you don't need to do much other than just dot in the middle where those dots are. Okay, just sponge around where all those dots are. And we're just adding a little pigment ink, and then we're going to add a little clear over the top. Okay, I got to move this one. And I'm going to just have to get my fingers. I'm going to put it on, actually, let's just put it on there. So I'm just putting it on the stencil itself, where it's not touching, hopefully, too much of the paper. Okay. So now we've got that done. And again, I wouldn't wait.
Motion detected at front door.
Sorry about that. I wouldn't wait too long. I'd wash this off pretty quickly. There again, I'm just going to take my, and you probably can't see this, I'm probably a little off camera, but I'm just washing down my stencil. I don't think you need to see me do that on camera. Oh,
Someone is at the front door.
Oh, of course, someone's at the front door. I think I have a package that arrived. Hold on a second. Sorry, people. Life gets in the way sometimes. Yes. It's just a package. You can wait outside for a couple minutes. All right. So, we've got this wet ink. Wipe all that up. And I've got my little tray with my clear embossing. I'm going to gently pick this up. Not sure where. I'm just going to set it in that. Okay. Holding it by the edges. Give it a little flick because I didn't hit it with my anti-static pouch, which I should have, but it's okay. Alright, and you can't probably see too much of that. Hopefully you can see that it's a little cloudy, if you will. So get this out of the way. Bring in my heat tool, put it down here, and let's heat that up. Sorry it took me so long. Please, if you have any ideas of what a stamp set you'd like to see, a thin cut, something that's current that I have, please let me know in the comments. And if there's a technique, put that down. Okay. Let me get my head in the way here. Okay, there we go. It's always best to close up all your powders or get them out of the way so you don't heat them on something you don't want them heated on, or you don't blow them onto the floor or yourself, or, you know, somewhere you don't want them. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I am looking at it to see if I see any spots that aren't shiny. Maybe one right there. Remember, this is a heat tool, not a blowing tool, but it will blow. Okay? Alright. Now remember, that's also a heat tool, so that's heated up and hot. So don't touch it right away, because it's still just a little bit tacky until it dries. Oop, I think I missed a spot there. Nope. Okay, so you might not be able to see all of it, but it just gives it a really pretty shine and a little bit of white. It's kind of that, and I don't know how to say it, forgive me, boho? No, it's not boho, it's boha, something like that, technique. So this is a little bit quicker, easier way of getting that, kind of a spin on that, if you will. And I hadn't really done much to that one other than just showing you, you know, you can do something like that. And the last one I want to show you is just one that I'm done with. So there's number 2. And this one, I just cut it out of texture paper. See, I can feel the powder. This one is a new stamp set, so new sneak peek. This was too. Look at that beautiful pumpkin pie. Isn't that so sweet? I just love it. Leftovers are for quitters. I'll take pumpkin pie every day over turkey. And just stamped it up. Because it is background texture paper and a little thinner, I put another piece of white behind it just to give it some stability. So how cute would these look? You could put a little bow up here and stick them as a little name tag holder with all the different kinds of pies that people like. I think that would be sweet. And that's what I have for you today. So which is your favorite? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Remember to like and share my video, whether it's here or especially on YouTube. Always helps my algorithms. And again, thank you for shopping. Hope you liked some of these. If you have any questions about them, let me know. There is another Christmas special coming up starting October 1st. And I, for anybody local, have an open house October 1st, 10 to noonish. Please RSVP so that way you'll get to make something. And I will see you when I see you next week on Friday video or for a class if you're local. Thank you so much. Bye.